Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning bear cub, I'm so happy that you are here. And if you're new, welcome. Just a quick disclaimer, I am getting over a cold, so I may sound a bit congested. But we're going to go right into it, everyone. Today, we are going to be drawing Fairy Miku. We're going to have a little bit of whimsy and magic and sparkles today. I'd love for you all to join me in drawing, crafting, or if you're at work, go ahead and just put me on in the background. Grab your sketchbook, tablet, or even a napkin. Just make sure you don't spill anything on it. And let's go ahead and chill together. I'm excited to have you here. Okay, so here's where it all begins. The line art. For this piece, I had already pre-sketched what I wanted to draw so that when I recorded, I could go in and start the line art. I use a brush that I bought from Gumroad called Karoline Sketch Brush. It has that texture pencil-like feel. I also use two brushes that come with Procreate to do my line art. I use Studio Pen because I love the smooth, crisp lines it gives. And I also use dry ink for texture when I'm feeling adventurous. These are my ride or die brushes. It doesn't take many brushes to get your art in a way that just makes everything feel legit, you know? When I started the line art for Miku, I wanted her pose to feel airy and magical, different from the typical way that I do poses since I am teaching myself dynamic poses and anatomy. Of course, my first few attempts had her looking more like she just woken up from a nap, but that that's part of the process. Remember, even if your sketch looks like it was done by a sleepy toddler, just keep going. The magic happens in the details and the undo button. for my favorite part, coloring. So for Fairy Miku, I went with a soft yet vibrant palette. Think pastel purples, pinks, and teals that just scream fairy magic. I used a soft airbrush for blending on the line art, which always gives that dreamy, smooth finish that I love. Lately, I've been focusing on building better habits one day at a time. It hasn't been perfect, it's been more of an adventure. Some days I feel like a productivity wizard, checking off tasks left and right. Other days, I'm just proud that I remembered to brush my teeth. I'm learning to be kinder to myself when I forget something. Instead of beating myself up, I remind myself, hey, you remembered. It was something you wanted to do, so go ahead and do it now. If it's the next day and I realized I missed it, I try to act on it in the moment I remember. It's not about getting everything right, it's about showing up, even if it's a little late. And that's the thing with habits. They're more about consistency than perfection. Even if you only spend a few minutes on something each day, those moments add up over time. Just like layering colors here, a little effort every day can make something magical. All right, we are at the home stretch. Right now, I'm just adding on some additional details to her eyes. I really wanted to not add detail when I first started this. I was going to do just basic eyes, but I felt like it would not do the piece justice if I did not give her any eye details. If you saw in the last clips, I really struggled with trying to figure out how I wanted to do them, the shape of the iris and the color. So you saw me redo that a few times, which I am not upset about. I'm glad that I started over and redid it. I think the hardest part when it comes to drawing, especially when you get to the stage where you're adding on those details, is knowing when to stop. At some point, I had to tell myself, okay, Yuki, step away from the sparkles before this turns into a glitter explosion. I'm kidding. But truly, balance is key. But seriously, I had to step away from this drawing 3 times. And honestly, it made all the difference. Sometimes you just need to take a break and come back with fresh eyes. Stepping away really helped me make changes that I felt satisfied with. So if you ever get stuck or frustrated with your art or with anything for that matter, it's totally okay to step back, take a breather, and return with a new perspective. It's amazing how much clarity can come after a little distance. This piece really reminded me of why I love drawing. It's not just about the final result, but about the journey. Every stage has its challenges from sketching to line art, and especially during the coloring. In between those moments of doubt, there are these small breakthroughs that make everything worthwhile. What I've learned most is that building habits and drawing, it takes time and patience. It's about showing up day after day, even when it feels like you're not making much progress. Taking small steps, one after another, is how things come together. So if you ever feel stuck, don't be afraid to step away for a bit. I did that with this piece. Remember, I said 3 times. Each time coming back with fresh eyes helped me make adjustments that really made the drawing worth it. And here is the finished piece. I love how she came out. I am really happy. I hope you enjoyed watching her take shape through this process. If you're working on a project of your own, remember it's not about getting it perfect on the first try, it's about showing up and making progress, even if it's just one brushstroke at a time. Thank you so much for watching. See you, Bear Cubs.